All right, you guys, for those of you who are new to my channel, happy Friday. I'm doing a live stream every single Friday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard where I share with you guys a deal that we recently or we closed in the past or we recently have closed on, and I'll share with you guys how we found the deal, how long it took, how much we make, how we found the buyer, so that way you could learn from it. All right. Now today I'm going to share with you guys is how I lost $5,000 in this wholesale deal. All right, we got 5 people watching, 3 thumbs up. How you guys? Carlos, happy Friday. For some reason I'm trying to start the other live, but the other live's like, we got 8 people on. You guys, don't be shy, smash that thumbs up. And for those of you who is new to the channel, and if you guys are interested in learning about wholesaling houses, smash that subscribe button. And if you do like this video, if I do add some kind of value, then don't be shy. Boom, smash that thumbs up. Kenneth, happy Friday. What up? Jin, happy Friday. Bill, happy Friday. Here in Colo, I don't know, Colo. Gator Bar 2000, what up, brother? I'm in Chicago, nice man. Fosleen, happy Friday. Caesar, happy Friday. Tay-man, happy Friday. Julian, happy Friday. Nasser, oh man. Jacob, so I'm just gonna go by your last one. Jacob, happy Friday. John, what up, man? From Denver. And Tony, and oh man, and Tony, happy Friday. So you guys, how's your week going? So today I'm going to share with you guys how I lost $5,000 on this deal, and I'm going to share with you guys kind of my personal experience, and also too, this is going to be from me personally, my personal thoughts on it. Some of you might disagree and some of you might agree, but either way, I just want to share with you guys my experience. All right. Carlos, last Sunday you said someone from San Jose helped out a lot when you started. Who was he? I'm in San Jose and I like to connect with him. I don't know if he wants me to drop his name, but I found him on Bigger Pockets. He's also, it was actually a really coincidence. So when I was first starting out, I opened up Bigger Pockets. D-Lee, happy Friday. You guys, we got 20 people watching and only 9 likes. Come on now, smash the thumbs up. B-Lack, happy Friday. So when I first started out, I opened up a Bigger Pockets account and I was just sending people email and try to network and try to, sorry, I'm trying to, there, maybe that's better. No. I'm trying to see if we can get the lighting better. Somebody comment and tell me I need to get a better camera. But anyways, so I went on Bigger Pockets and then I just start knocking these out. I just start emailing people, trying to find different ways to connect with other people and try to get help, trying to get tips. And so I was just sending a bunch of people email a lot on Bigger Pockets, and nobody nobody responds, right? And then this one guy from San Jose, he responded, and then for some reason he's also Vietnamese. Maybe that's why he responds. I don't know. But sorry, you guys, trying to see if I can get a better lighting. But anyways, he respond back, and then we just start and I just start building relationship with him, and then we just kind of took off from there. He'd been in the business for way longer than I have. Obviously, I was just starting out. But he was giving me some tips, some advice. Also, too, is, some feedback, motivation, etc. And then we built a great relationship up to today. But yeah, I mean, there are people in this business that, that you can connect with. And sometimes you hit it off with that person. Sometimes that person doesn't hit it off with you. So, but basically my whole goal when I first started in is I just started building a relationship and asking people. And also too is I was, obviously sending him gifts during Christmas time, small gift like Christmas cards, etc. And a lot of times that's how I built relationship with realtor, with my banker. Oh gosh, you guys, when we first started out, And I went and applied. So my mentor took me to a couple bank and tried to apply for a loan, right? And so many banks, if you guys follow me, you guys already know, so many banks denial, because at that time, so many people want to get into the whole fix and flip, and they were kind of worried. And at that time, the market was going down, and so many of the fix and flip that went into it went down and unders. And I am this new guy coming in and say, hey, you know what? I want to fix and flip. So they were like, well, you know what? So a lot of banks say no, 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 no. And then we got to this one bank. He kind of went over our financial and just kind of look at us. And then pretty much when we went in there, he kind of have like almost like an interview. And I was trying to share with him kind of my stories, etc. And it was such a coincidence as well, because he was also new, hired onto the bank to be a vice president of that bank. So I end up, we chatting with him, and then I end up, bring him gifts on Friday, etc. And then we hit it off. Now we becomes like really good relationship. I built a really good relationship with him. Went on vacation with him. My wife and I, once we start to do well, we took him and his wife on a vacation together in Mexico. And then now it's like, so any issue I have with banks and stuff like that, I'll be able to reach out to him. But you guys, relationship is huge, especially those that gonna add a ton of value to you. Luke, what up, man? Happy Friday, LC3. Happy Fridays. Smash those thumbs up, you guys. Come on now. So Ace, happy Friday. Darren, happy Friday. All right, you guys, I'm going to get into sharing with you guys how I lost this $5,000. Now, like I said, some of you might agree with this, some of you might disagree, but all I can do is share with you guys my experience and kind of what I went through, all right? So this is when I first started out. Obviously, I don't have a big network of buyers, and I was just still trying to figure things out. And this is when I was trying to merge. So the whole fix and flip concept is a little bit different than wholesaling, right? So as I first got my wholesale deal done, great. I think this is like my second or my third deal that I'm trying to do. So here's what happened. So at this time, I don't have a whole lot of buyers in the back of my pocket. I got this 2 buyers, right? I think it was 2 or 3 buyers say, hey, Khang, here's the area. We'll buy it. If you got anything, they start naming the criteria of what they want, what they're looking for. They got cash. They're looking to buy it. Done. So I got this deal. So I said, got it. Okay, I'm going to work hard. I'm going to, try to market and search that area and find these deals for you guys. And all my attention, all my focus was putting on that. So I did Drive for Dollars. This property was not too far from where I live. And I was driving down the street. It was calm, and then I saw this obviously tall growing grass, abandoned house. Went in there, slap a note on that house. I put a couple, probably 3 of them, and just simply say, hi, my name is Khang. I would like to buy your house. Please give me a call. I can pay cash and can close quickly. So the owner called me, and this property was an inherit property. The mom pretty much kind of already passed away already. And they had this property and it's sitting there vacant for years, right? So they kind of didn't know what to do with it. And at that time when they contacted me, they have a couple agents also contacted them and saying that they want to list the property. But anyways, we started talking back and forth and start negotiating on price. Then before I lock it up, obviously at that time I was, still kind of worried and about tying a property up, etc. So I called my buyers up and I said, hey, I found, I didn't give them the street address or the location of the property, but I said, hey, I found the property here. I think it's gonna for you guys. Here's the price. What do you guys think? And they said, Khang, we like it. Tie it up. We want it. Done. So what I did was I called the seller back and we went back and forth, and it took me a week to lock this deal up under contract. And at the time the seller said, hey Khang, you know what, for us to do this deal with you, we don't want to waste your time, etc. But they were just anal about us coming in and not being able to follow through, etc. And I was excited, and also too is that I was kind of waiting out the outcome. I was like, well, because they wanted me to put $5,000 non-refundable. They're gonna give me 45 days to do whatever it is to close on the property, but they want the owner's money to be non-refundable. They know that the property has a lot of issue, so I guess their concern is more like didn't want us to kind of go in through and then being back out, and then they just, they having to, I guess, start over again and try to find a buyer for the property, because also too at the same time him and his wife kind of run into a situation where they needed the money. Okay, so I did tell them, hey, I pretty much kind of tell them pretty much anything I can to saying, hey, I cannot put that as non-refundable, but they said for us to do this deal, we want that $5,000 non-refundable, 45 days closing. If you guys don't, you lose the $5,000. So I kind of waited out. I said, you know what? My potential, I'm gonna make $50,000 on the deal, right? I'm gonna make $50,000 on the deal. I said, what the heck? And plus at the time, I said, you know what? I can afford to lose the $5,000. So I said, let's go ahead and do it. And I got these buyers that are just saying, hey, we're ready to go. We want the deal, etc. All right. Here's the problem. So I got the deal. So since the time that I talked with the buyers, letting them know kind of, all the information I can on the property without giving out the property address, obviously. They say, yes, we're ready. We want it, right? I think I talked to 2 or 3 of that buyers. And then it took me a week, all right, from the time I tied up with the seller, all right? I tied that deal up with the seller. Now, guess what happened? I call my buyer back, and they're like this. One of them was like, hey, Khang, you know what? I actually already found another project I'm working on. The other one said, I'll look into it. I'll look into it and I'll give you an answer. And so I think 2 of them was already had their money tied into another project. And one of them, man, at that time, you guys, I was so worried. And one of them said, hey, you know what, Khang, I'll look into it and then I should be able to give you an answer, right? So at that time, I was depending on those 3 buyers when I locked this up I was depending on those 3 buyers when I locked this up. And then finally, the other one buyer said that he will look into it. You guys, 2 weeks later, or 3, I think about 2.5 weeks later, he calls me back and say, hey, you know what, Khang? Yeah, it's not going to work out for us. You know what? We also, we're putting our money towards another piece of property that was going to give us a more of a return than this one. I'm sorry, but good luck. So, you guys, here's the thing with, when you're saying, here's my thoughts on about finding buyers and finding the deal first. My thing is you have time to do both, but here's the thing. It's like when you go, okay, let me give you guys an example, and then I try not to like stretch this out, but when I go and buy my car, I tell them, here's what I want, here's what I want, here's what I want. It's like a custom. So I kind of custom the car. So the car has to be pre-order. And then for me to get the car, I have to put a down payment, right? If I don't buy it, I'll lose it because it's what I want, right? This I name off of exactly what I want to them. And they say, well, this is what you want. Not everybody wants. So for us to do that for you, you put a non-refundable down payment. Once we get it, then you get your car. You guys, unless you have a buyers that prove to you or that shows you that they buy a lot of properties in that area, then I would go ahead and say, you know what? If they're buying a lot of properties, they're like, hey, you know what? We buy a lot of property, but you guys got to verify. Every single buyer said, I buy a lot of properties in the area. All right. So you got to verify with them, because if you're depending on 2 or 3 buyers, and just look at car dealership, you guys. They put cars on the lot that majority of people would want to buy, right? Majority of people would go there. That's why they put, standard cars, so people go there, okay, you know what, that's what I want. But if you want to spec, if you want to build your own, then you got to put something down. So if you don't buy, it's like trying to find another you that like that kind of property, all right? Or trying to find another you that like that kind of car, all right? So my whole thing is, if you're depending on 2 or 3 buyers and you go and you work for them, So pretty much they tell you exactly what they want, and you go out there, and that's all you focusing on, and you're losing out on all on all the other one. To me, it's an issue, because what if that buyer, what if 3 of your buyer only can buy 1 every quarter, or or maybe they can only take on a few projects a year, and then you go out there and you hunt, you market, and you do so many things to find the deals, and then you come back, and then all of their cash has been tied up in other property, right? Because they don't have a big enough capitals to buy a bunch of properties. So that's my whole thing about, finding a buyers first and then the deal. Yes, you know what? To me, to me, it's like you can do both. You don't have to aim on that particular. Just go out there. Hey, I got 3 or 4 buyers, I'm good to go. No, you have to be able to find the deal and learn how to market to sell this deal. All right, and you need. To me, you don't need a huge, large buyers list, but you need a good amount of buyers that are active, that are like, okay, we're buying, all right? So here's another issue, and a lot of times where I share with you guys in one of the video is that sometimes it's not the price, but it's the amount of buyers, all right, or the right buyers. All right, so I want to clarify. Sometimes it's not the price, but the buyer. And I'll tell you the reason why. So anyways, on this deal here, I ran out of time. At that time, I obviously didn't know how to find buyers. I didn't know different ways to find buyers, etc. So I was so limited. I did try to make a couple phone calls, etc. I did try to put the thing on Craigslist, but nobody was able to jump on it and close on it for me. So I ended up losing the deal, and then obviously having to forfeit and lose that $5,000. Now, you guys might say, well, what, Khang, maybe the price was too high. Well, let me tell you this. They listed the property at the price that I got under that they listed the property at about, I think about $5,000, $10,000 more than what they tied the property up at. So they list the property $10,000 more than what I got under contract, and guess what happened? The property got overbid about $25,000 to $30,000 more than the asking price. And then when I saw what it was sold for, it sold for about $10,000 more than what I initially was going to assign it. You guys, sometimes you got to understand, sometimes that, yes, you can't, I'm sorry for the incoming call, you guys. You guys, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Yeah, Luke, I don't know, man. You have got to grow your funnels for both buyers and property. Yes, Luke, absolutely agree, man. So that's why I'm saying, you guys, that always be networking, always be networking, looking for deals, and also too is grow your buyers. Don't think that you have 2 or 3 good buyers and all you do is focus attention on finding them deals, but not worry about trying to grow your buyer. So now let me go back and talk to you guys about gosh, I lost my track of thoughts. Let me go back and share with you guys. Oh my God. You guys. Oh man, I'm so sorry. Well, we went from 28 people to 11 people. You guys, I'm so sorry. It's my fault. Khang needs to use an airplane mode. Oh yeah. Okay, hold on. Airplane mode. You guys, I'm so sorry. Sorry, airplane mode will shut off my internet. I didn't know that. So we went from 20 something to 12 people. All right, let's see if we can get it back up again. You guys, it's my fault. I apologize. So a lot of times where I share with you guys in one of the video, I said sometimes it's not about you guys. Now we're down to 8 people. This is sad. Chris, what up, man? Happy Friday. David, oh, you have to have a meeting? Yeah. All right, you guys, I gotta go. Be back.